Well, good Saturday morning to everyone. I just kind of wanted to get on here and just share some things that's on my mind this morning. I've been sitting around doing some thinking this morning, and I wasn't going to shoot a video today, and I thought, yeah, I've got some time, and I'm gonna share what's on my mind today. I've I made some videos this week. I went down to my local lake that we have here close by, and I shot some videos down there. And I've been by myself this week, and my family has been going to Disney. I got a daughter in college, and I've got two kids that's in high school band, and they went on a trip to Disney this week. My wife went with them, and I've had some time alone, and I've got to do something this week I haven't got to do in a long time. I need to stop and introduce myself before going further. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff, and I appreciate you stopping by the channel. And what you see is what you get on here. I just share my thoughts at times. That's the reason I call this Jeff's Vibes. You never know what you're going to get. But anyway, I got to spend some time with myself this week, and in my last video, if I remember right, I kind of shared about, being where you are in your mind when you're there, not allowing the things that you've got going on in your life to consume you so much you can't enjoy the moment of the time that you have, and how things are more valuable to you as you get older. Well, I've been really tired and exhausted, and I've had some time to just really relax and do a whole lot of nothing this week. And that's been kind of a struggle for me because I don't get to do that very often. But I've realized something. You've been going your whole life. You've been going for years and doing and not taking a whole lot of time for yourself. And when you have took time for yourself, Jeff, you felt guilty in that. Can y'all relate to that? If you can, let me know in the comments below. If you ever feel guilty about taking time for yourself and doing things for yourself and realizing that that is okay. And being at this age, retirement being closer and things like that, and you think about, well, what would I do when I retire? Well, I can tell you, I've had to work this week, but we had Monday off because it was Veterans Day. Then yesterday I worked a half a day. And I spent Thursday afternoon and yesterday at the lake because I just couldn't really stay in the house anymore. And I think about retirement and what I would do with that, and how I've kind of looked around things, the house that needs to be done, everything. And I'm just too tired physically and mentally just to deal with that right now. And I just don't want to be here looking at it. So I'm going fishing. I'm going to the lake. I'm going to walk the dog. I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to take some time to do some things that I want to do. I think, if, I did retire, that I would have more time to do things that I would like to do, but I would also get involved in other things. But I'm looking forward to the time that I have options to be able to have a little bit more freedom and do some things that I would enjoy doing, because when you give yourself your whole life to other things and other people, and there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes you can give so much of yourself away for so long that when you have some time for yourself, you look around and you go, wow, this is pretty awesome that I get to do what I want to do and spend some time with myself. And sometimes you kind of got to find yourself in that because you don't know what else to do. And I kind of think of it this way. You can either go on vacation and you can really vacate. You go on vacation and you really relax. You really just take a slow pace. But vacations don't always work that way. Our vacations has always been, we want to get the best bang for our buck, and we want to do everything that we can do where we're at. And you ever heard the saying, and you may have said this before, I come home from vacation just to be able to start to relax because you have not really vacated. And when you have time for yourself, sometimes that mind shift has got to happen. When I have took a vacation and really relaxed or anything, I really don't start enjoying it till about the third day, because it takes me that long to unwind, to just like, hey, the pressures of life's over yonder and I'm here. I found that same thing happening this week. My family's on their way back today, and I'm leaving to this afternoon. My mom, we're going to my daughter's college where she plays in the band, and kickoff is for the football game tonight is not till 7 o'clock. So I'm not going to get home to 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Then get in the morning and then going to church. So the fast pace is fixing to pick back up for a little while again. We decorate for Christmas, and Thanksgiving's coming up, and next thing you know, it'll be February, probably before I get to slow down again for a little bit. But you know, taking that time for ourselves and realizing it's all right, it's very important for us mentally. It's very important for us for our health and physically. And I've always had that desire that I wanted to, but the guilt of doing that has just been overwhelming at times. And why have I done that to myself? I don't know. And I talk a whole lot about, this fast paced world that we live in, and try not to let it affect me a whole lot. But it just does. It just does. It takes effort to slow down, to put down the device, not to be stimulated by things around us all the time. And even when you're alone, I found myself this week just feel like I've always had to have doing something. I've picked up the phone and scrolled social media and stuff way too much. Yesterday, oh God, I'm fixing to get a little real here, doggone it. Yesterday I was walking the dog after I got done fishing. It got dark, and it was about 5:30, and it was already dark, and I put my fishing gear in the truck, and we had a walking trail where I've been going, and I thought, I'm gonna walk. I haven't moved very much today, and I need to walk. Well, walking helps me relax. It helps me clear my mind. It helps me think in a different way. I mean, I'm moving, but there's just something about it. And emotions just kind of overwhelm me a little bit there for a little bit. I don't know. You ever feel like that you just lose yourself in when you find that peaceful moment in your life? And I was doing some praying. I was going along the way, and you lose yourself sometimes. And when you kind of release and let some things go, it can be in a very emotional moment. At least it is for me. And a lot of people don't like to show that side of themselves. They don't like to experience that side of themselves or experience that kind of thing. We want to hold all our feelings in. We want to hold all these things in sometimes, and it's not good for us. It's not good for us to do that, especially men. Men want to hold things in, and I think what happens is I know it's happened to me. When you hold those things in and you don't release that every which way that you need to do that, whatever you got going on in your mind, whatever you got going on in your life, whatever feelings you've been dealing with, issues you've been dealing with and stuff, if you don't let that go, a lot of people let that go in the wrong ways, through anger, through frustration, through fear, through anxiety. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is this, is that take some time for yourself. Find yourself and relax, and realize that it's okay to do so. That if you've been going your whole life and you've been pushing for a long period of time, and you're finding yourself in that burnout stage, in that uh, lull stage, that you're just going through the motions. You're just going through the motions each and every day because that feels normal, and it can feel normal because you've been doing it for so long. Take some time. It may take you a little time to finally break free from that. It does for me. It does for me. The old human mind is a strong, strong thing. The emotions are a strong thing. And they can get really out of whack and they can get really out of balance sometimes. But when you finally realize that, hey, I need some me time. I need to unwind. I need to let go. It's okay just to not pick up the device. It's okay not to do anything. Yes, there's some dishes piled up in the sink. Let it be for a day or two. It'd be all right. By the way, I did get up and get the dishes and the dishwasher running this morning before my family gets home. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy this Saturday, this beautiful day outside. If you just where you are. Oh, that thing never works.